All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight. Appreciate it as always. So let's get the half hour and 38 seconds of 5 by 5s out of the way. Mr. Landfill, I doubt very much, but yeah, thank you for the 5 by 5. Joe, Flow and Grown, Ozark, Adam, thank you for the 5 by 5. Dobie, Raccoon Eyes, Winston, Elaine, Glock, Prep to Adapt, Let's Go. Bush Pig, Jeep Dog, Evolving Media, All Seeing Cat, Janine, Joanne, thank you for the 5 by 5. The Angry Spam, Gary, Bizarro, Max, Carolina, thank you for the 5 by 5. Christopher, 10 by 10. Misha, Nick, Not Bob, F you all, thank you for the 5 by 5. Williams, Yvonne, Overland, Wallace, Jim, Grit and Grace, Ulicia, thank you for the 5 by 5. Paladine, thank you for the 5 by 5. Chewy, no. Nancy, thank you for the 5 by 5. Frank, No Juan, Dwayne, Moose, Deanna, Indigo, Christopher, Eric, Water Tiger. Thank you for the 5 by 5. And the Heat Adventures. Thank you for the 5 by 5. Naughty and Jay Sizzle. Thank you for the 5 by 5. Kathy, appreciate it. All right, good. I think we got them all out of the way. Thank you guys for the loud and clear. So, a lot's going on, man. I mean, I don't know where to begin with everything that's going on in the last couple of days. A lot of this shit's exciting. One of them could turn into a scary situation if it gets out of control. I don't think it will, but we were definitely going to talk about it tonight. And on the Angry Truth channel, we're going to talk about two things: the United Healthcare CEO and the Biden pardon, which I am a little baffled why people are baffled. That's why I'm baffled. I'm like, why is anybody surprised by Joe Biden pardoning his son? Like, that's the craziest shit in the world. I was so confused that people were actually, and then the left sticking up for him, people are like upset that they're doing it. I'm like, why would you be upset? It's the Democratic Party, guys, not to go on a political rant on here, but the Democratic Party is like the sun. They're very predictable. There is no way on God's green earth that no one didn't see that coming. I saw that shit coming from a million miles away. I was surprised at the fact that he did it now. I thought he was going to wait till like a week before he left office, but he did it now for whatever reason. I guess you have to do it by the New Year's. Is that how it goes? I don't know. Either way, let's go. No problem. I will be doing more. Those live streams and passing that information on a live stream like that is a lot easier than doing a video like that. I do have a couple videos coming out where I'm still walking and talking about fitness, but the live stream fitness thing, that worked a lot better. I was able to get more information out and accurate information, and I have to look at my phone and walk at the same time. So I think I'll be doing a lot more of those. I'll be talking about it tonight and releasing a video tomorrow morning on it. Yeah, Water Tiger, right? Everybody gets a pardon. There's a theory that he's going to pardon his brother, who's also involved with some shady dealings with Hunter Biden. So, again, it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't affect us. It's the Democratic Party. First of all, forget about Democrats or Republicans. They're politicians. Politicians are liars. That's the bottom line. Why is anybody surprised at what Biden did or Jill Biden did? These are politicians. Politicians are snakes, right? Would you trust a rattlesnake? No. So, DM Joe today for your pardon, $29.99. Yeah, most likely, right? Everybody's getting a pardon. You're getting a pardon. You getting a pardon. Epstein, you're getting a pardon. But he's dead. Fuck it. He gets a pardon anyway, Oh, Puffy, you get a pardon too. How many kids did you touch? I don't care. Now, on the Angry Truth channel, we're going to talk about why I think Hunter Biden was pardoned. And I saw something on X, so I'm going to be very careful when I talk about it tonight. Nonetheless, Yes, I'm gonna do Les. I'm gonna update my what you call it, my podcast channel. I was supposed to get back to it. My mic is not working that great. I got to get a new one, so I'm just gonna bear with it. Do it with this mic. Hopefully, it works properly, and I'm just gonna start doing videos until I get a good one. But I'm gonna get back to that. Getting back to a lot of shit next year, and starting now rather, not waiting until next year to get it done. Tommy, I'm gonna do the movie review on Homestead, right? Homestead. So, well, I'm gonna see it first, and I'm gonna do a movie. But I'm gonna get back to movie reviews too. I know a lot of people like them, so I'm gonna get back to it. Yeah, well, listen, guys. JF, right? Enterprise. They don't care. Evil people don't give a shit. That's what it comes down to. But the thing that he was pardoned for, it was way more. It was way worse than the gun charge. I think that's what he was getting pardoned for. That's why it was a blanket pardon. But anyway, we'll talk about that later tonight. Today, right now, we're going to talk about. Hold on, I gotta close some of these things out. Too many. Oh, maybe not. All right, I'm fine. I could leave these open. Sometimes when I leave too many tabs open and they have videos running in the background, that screws up the live stream. I found that out the hard way. Anyway, so guys, apparently we have multi-level outbreaks going on. Everything from the walking pneumonia to whooping cough. New Mr. 19 variants. I shit you not, the variants that are coming out, guys, they're like upgrades or updating a system. Oh, we got the what's the one they got? The new one is called the XFC. Sounds like some fucking UFC shit. Ultimate fighting with viruses. Like, it's just the weirdest thing. I've never seen such nonsense come out about the outbreaks and things like that. Here she goes. But give me 2 seconds. We'll go over those because I saw the variants today. I could not fucking believe it what I was reading. Right? Okay, so I'm sorry. The new Mr. 19 variant, that they said 3 things to know about this new one. It's called the XEC. X-ray Echo Charlie. That's one. And then there's another one that was earlier this year or middle of this year called the KP3. Kilo Peter 3. I'm like, why so many? So they have like things to know about them. I don't care. I'm not going to read those articles. I couldn't believe there was so many. And there was another one that I saw recently. Then they also have E. coli outbreak that happened, I guess, today in a salad. It's E. coli 0157. I'm like, what is that? They're giving E. coli codes now, and I think because of all of the food that's being contaminated, the foodborne illnesses. Sounds like Wall Street. I guess. I don't know what Wall Street sounds like, but yeah. Right? So this one, federal and state officials are investigating an outbreak of E. coli Oscar 157 Henry 7. Illnesses throughout to be linked to lettuce. Romanian lettuce and iceberg lettuce. This came out today. This wasn't out earlier when I was looking up diseases around the world, outbreaks around the world. But apparently there are 69 confirmed patients from 10 states, according to the FDA. The outbreak announcement was details consistent with those reported by the St. Louis County Health Department about an outbreak that there was reportedly 115 people who were sickened who attended 2 school banquets, 2 veteran events, and 1 funeral, and a partridge in a pear tree. Anyway, that were all catered to by the same company. That outbreak was first reported back in November 17th. According to the FDA, the announcement on December 5th, today, the broader outbreak involves iceberg and Romanian lettuce served at a catering center or catering event, restaurants, and a school. 69 patients have all been infected with the same strain of pathogen. That is the E. coli Oscar 157 Henry 7. I didn't even know they did this. So excuse me. So that was today's update on the E. coli outbreak in Romanian lettuce and iceberg lettuce. There's always something. There's always something. And then we have this. All right. Okay, so we're going to read this. No, I'll read it now. Fuck, I got it up. So, deadly outbreak of Mossberg. Now, Mossberg was another one that's starting to rear its ugly head. Scientists are watching the mysterious one out of Africa, the mysterious illness with flu-like symptoms out of the Democratic Republic of Congo. They're watching the Mossberg one in Rwanda, because that's starting to grow there. And keep in mind, there was also the Ebola and Mossberg were both seen in, if I'm not mistaken, the Democratic Republic of Congo as well a few months ago. I'm going to get to the new one that is worrying scientists. They're always worried about something. But it's behaving strange and it's acting weird according to medical officials over there. Also, the rundown today, guys. Multiple outbreaks around the world, right? The bird flu, mysterious African illness, the new COVID variants, Oropuche, if I said that right, whooping cough, walking pneumonia, monkeypox. And there was a tsunami warning for California and Oregon State after a 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of California. So they're still under warning, I think, tsunami warning, from the last time I checked, which was about 45 minutes ago. So there is that. Gardening is a cornerstone of preparing. Yes, it is. And I have a hydroponic garden sent to me by Prep to Adapt. So I am going to do a video on a hydroponic garden soon. Also, before I get into it, guys, this is a heads up notification. This came from the FBI. Take it how you want. Stop sending text messages between Android and Apple devices, warns the FBI. Government officials have alerted smartphone users to stop texting amid a growing threat of cyber attacks. Malicious actors suspected to be from China, of course, nicknamed Salt Typhoon, definitely Chinese, hacked into the telecommunications companies such as AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon this year to spy on customers in one of the largest intelligence breach in the country's history. On Wednesday, the White House revealed that at least 8 major U.S. telecom companies were comprised in a cyber espionage attack, which are ongoing and likely larger in scale than previously understood. One suggestion, what we have told folks internally, is not new here. Encryption is your friend, whether it's on text messages or if you have the capacity to use encryption voice communication. So those like WhatsApp and apps like that, they want you to start using when texting your friends who don't have the same phone as you. So if you guys don't have Google phones together or Apple phones together and you're texting one another across the barrier, if you will, they want you to get text message encryption. The FBI is always looking at our shit. At the very least, they could look at it when they want. They're not constantly looking at all our text messages, or else they would go mad. And if they were looking at our text messages like that, I know a lot of people seem to think the FBI is always watching our text messages. Like, they're not. They go back to it when something pops up. They cannot possibly watch all text messages. That being said, you could listen. If they were watching text messages like that, a lot of people would be in jail right now. A lot. For the shit that's being texted, for the pictures that are being texted. Forget it. So they're not. But when something comes up, they go back through your records. Anyway, an FBI official who requested not to be named advised users seeking more secure methods of communicating should consider a cell phone that automatically receives timely operating system updates, responsibly managed encryption, and phishing resistance. Two-factor authentication for personal accounts. So again, guys, that is the heads up from the FBI. Somebody said something about the FBI over here. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, listen, AI scans all messages. Yes, it does scan all messages, but it doesn't. You're still not going to get into trouble unless they are looking at it. And do you guys think that they're using AI at that capacity in the federal government? Mark 1 for yes, 2 for no. So, moving right along. This article came out today, December 5th, 2024, at 3:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Deadly outbreak of Marburg, also known as, I didn't know this till today, the bleeding eye virus, leads to travel advisory. Which Marburg is Ebola's older brother. Maybe it's a little brother, whatever. But it's the same family of viruses, but Marburg is a little more deadlier than Ebola. Anyway, what is Marburg? Similar to Ebola virus, Marburg is rare but severe viral hemorrhagic fever that is highly deadly, according to the CDC. It has a 20 to 90% fatality rate. 90% fatality rate, guys, are, roger that, guys, 90% fatality rate are for older people, right? So clearly, guys, if you're above the age of 45 and you get Ebola or Marburg, you're dead. Younger people are going to be able to fight it off a lot better. Babies will not be able to fight it off better. So that's the 90% tile for that. The 20% are for people in the mid-range age that have a better chance of fighting it off. The first case in Rwanda was confirmed this September, and as of November 29th, a couple days ago, the country has 66 reported cases of the virus and 15 deaths. Most of the infected people have been healthcare workers. Approximately 75% of the patients with Marburg have recovered in this instance. There have not been any confirmed cases in the United States, and the CDC says that the infection for this country level is low. Marburg is one of the deadliest viruses that can infect humans, according to Dr. Mark Siegel, senior medical analyst at Fox News. It is very similar to Ebola, that it causes hemorrhagic fever, which means bleeding. Symptoms of the virus. Initial symptoms usually mimic the flu, including fever body, headaches, diarrhea, abdominal pain, vomiting, and then bleeding from your eyes and your dick. All right, maybe not the dick part, but you get my point. Interval between infection and symptom is typically 2 to 21 days. Yikes. In several cases, patients may experience extreme weight loss, jaundice, inflammation of the pancreas, delirium, shock, fever, liver failure, massive hemorrhaging, multiple organ failure. As they put here, dysfunction, which means failure. It also causes bleeding from the eyes, nose, and mouth, and gastrointestinal tract, hence the nickname bleeding eyes. The virus is transmitted via bodily surface, fluids, blood, and contact with contaminated surface. The primary reservoir, natural host of the virus, is the Egyptian something bat, the Egyptian rosetus bat. According to the CDC, there is no adequate drug and or arm ticket for Marburg. Medical providers can manage symptoms with supportive care, including oxygen, pain medication, and IV fluid for rehydration. In other words, your dick's going to fall off. And your nipples, ladies. All right, prevention of Marburg. To avoid contracting the virus, the CDC says follow these recommendations. Let's see. Avoid contact with blood and bodily fluids. No shit. Do not touch items that have come in contact with the bodily fluids of an infected patient. No shit. Avoid contact with Egyptian roseate bats and non-human primates in areas where Marburg cases have been reported. Right, I'm going to go out and look for a bat right away, right now. If there are no more cases by December 22nd, 2024, the outbreak in Rwanda will be declared over. All right. So, what is that, 12 more days ago? No, I'm stupid. 17 more days ago. And then it'll be declared over. All right, that was fun. Wasn't that shit? Fucking dick bleeding disease. Anyway. So, guys, now note this. What I'm going to talk about next, guys, this is just for monitoring purposes. Nothing more. This is not to panic. This is not to turn into a bitch. This is not bitchville. All right? We're not bitches here. This is to monitor this, as the media puts it, a terrifying new flu-like disease has killed 179 people, mostly teens, and health officials have no idea what it is. A strange new illness festering in the heart of Africa has killed 179 people and counting, and most of the victims are older teenagers. The unidentified disease has infected at least 300 people in the Democratic Republic of Congo since November 10th, almost a month, causing flu-like symptoms including fever, headaches, coughing, breathing difficulties, and iron deficiency, anemia. Now, it doesn't say what kind of anemia, it just says anemia. Most of the dead have been the ages of, this is where it gets interesting, most of the dead have been between the ages of 16 and 18 years old. The government has dispatched a medical team to the Kwengo province, where the disease is most common, to investigate the strange outbreak. The government has urged citizens to stay calm, but a civil society leader told Reuters the number is rising for cases is truly alarming. Panzi is a rural health zone. There is a problem with supply of medicine, referring to the hardest hit village. The outbreak comes, again, listen to this part. The outbreak comes just before the 5th anniversary of the first recorded case of Mr. 19 in Wuhan, China. So again, this is very familiar. I was talking to Prep Revelator about this. I'm like, this sounds very, very familiar. Like, damn near to the day. So, and of course, Trump is going into office next month, right? And he's going to be inaugurated in a few weeks. And this weird, strange virus is rearing its ugly head. Now, the other side of the coin, guys, is that this is in a rural area or province of Africa where, like the guy said, I can't even pronounce his name, but he was the civil social leader. He said that it's a hard to get to area and supplies are hard to get to there. So, of course, more people are going to get sick if they don't have the medical coverage. Also, to identify this is going to take them time because they don't have the laboratories there to identify this. So, with that, don't panic. It is what it is. So, last part. The Democratic Republic of Congo is a hotbed for dangerous diseases, including Ebola and, more recently, monkeypox, which infected at least 14,000 people from January to July of this year, according to the BBC News. I didn't know it was up that high. I didn't know it was 14,000 people. That's a lot. Yeah, I'm going to get myself a thesaurus, Charles John. But I can't pronounce this guy's name. It's Sefroni. I don't know what it is. Manzanza. Manzanza is his last name. I cannot pronounce that first name. That is fucking horrible. But anyway. So, guys, this is just something to track. Pay attention to this mysterious, terrifying flu-like disease in Africa. See if it makes a jump here. Now, coincidentally, I think it was today, a patient got off a plane from Africa, was quarantined in Westlake, Ohio, sent to St. John's Hospital, and they put him in automatic quarantine. Now, initially when they reported it, they said he came from the Republic of Congo, when in fact he came from Tanzania. Now, the province where this mysterious disease is from, Kwengo province, is approximately 875 miles from the border of Tanzania. So that's a pretty far distance. So, again, not worried about it. Don't get nervous about it. Just track it. That's all. That's all you can do. Terrain theory, no virus. Colette, listen. It might not be a mystery at all, but they'll state that as a mystery. Or at the very least, the media will state it as a mystery and treat it as terrifying because they don't know what it is. Meanwhile, it might be some normal shit. But because, again, they don't have the facilities to test right then and there to find out what it is, they have to take the blood sample, fly to the nearest city or the nearest lab to test this out. Who knows where the nearest lab is in the Republic of Congo? That shit could be fucking a day or two away. You know? And somebody was asking me earlier on Instagram, was Bill Gates in the area? I don't know. Bill Gates is always in Africa like he's a god. He shows up and he comes down from the sky like Jesus. He floats down from his helicopter and he throws fucking arm tickets at these kids, killing them left and right. Mobutu is probably dead. Groundhog. Mobutu's gone. He died in this instant. But yeah, it's nothing to be afraid of. Just track it. That's all people need to do. Now this article, I'm going to put it in the link. Some of you guys might have a hard time opening this article. If you don't have Apple or an Apple News subscription, you might have a hard time opening up this link. This link, the link to this article, like I said, it might be hard, but this article is very interesting. So anyway, the title of this article, guys, is Single Bird Flu Mutation Could Let It Latch Easily to Human Cells. A study finds. I'm not going to read this whole article because it's pretty fucking long. My God, it's disgustingly long. Yeah, no, I'm not going to read this whole thing. But we'll get through most of it. So the potential mutation would allow the virus to hitch itself to a protein on the surface of our cell known as the receptor. Scientists from the Scripps Research Institute are reporting that it would take just a single mutation in the version of the one that's out now that's affecting the U.S. dairy herd to produce a virus that adapts to latching onto human cell, a much simpler step than previously imagined. Now, the one that's out here now, it's hard for people to get sick with. People have gotten sick with it, but it's hard for it to infect people like Mr. 19 did, right? So this article sounds like they're going to fuck with it. That's all I read when I read this article. I was looking at it like, are they going to do what I think they're going to do? So we shall see. Now, the title of this live stream, guys, is Multi-Level Outbreak. I think we're going to see multi-level outbreak. I don't for the life of me think it's going to be one thing. I think it's going to be multiple things. And I said this before. I think we're going to see a multi-level outbreak with multiple diseases. Bad ones. Yeah, well, my background's breathing because I have the window open. The wind's blowing in. Or there's a strange man standing behind my fucking whatever. So, to date, there have been no documented cases of one human passing avian flu to another. The Scripps scientists wrote in their paper, which was published Thursday in the journal Science, the mutation they identified would allow the virus to attach to our cell by hitching itself to a protein on the surface known as the receptor. William Schaffner, an American name I can pronounce, a professor of infectious disease at the Vanderbilt University Medical Center, who did not participate in the study, called the research sobering, adding, "I had not known that it would take just one mutation in the virus for it to attach itself to the receptor of a human cell." However, he stressed that the H5N1 virus had been active for 20 years and has multiple billions upon billions upon billions of times, and the spontaneous mutation that the author describes has not been found despite intense surveillance, which means they're going to force this. That's what it means. So again, it's been around for a while. He said it's been active for 20 years. Now all of a sudden they're saying we're just one one mutation away from it affecting humans. Yeah, no dice, man. I'm not buying it. I'm not. This is like a segue into doing what I think they're going to do with this one. However, he stretched that the nope. Excuse me. Now this is another name I can't pronounce, but it's Japanese. Yoshiro Yokowa, a professor of viral at the University of Wisconsin, who was not invited in the latest research but has studied the bird flu extensively, said that statistically the mutation probably exists in H5N1 infected cows and human, given that 1 in 10,000 infection particles of an influenza virus is a mutant. Now, the article goes on to explain, again, I'm not going to read the whole thing. The article goes on to explain that all it takes is someone to have Mr. 19 on board, right? They're infected with that already. They're sick, they're crying, they're carrying on, and then here comes the H5N1. Now, the H5N1 mingles with the new COVID variant that's out there, and they mingle together and they start a new mutation, which could then attach itself to human cells easier. They're saying that it has to find another disease like the flu, another COVID, or just a common cold, and attaches itself to the cell and gets people sick. Jason C. Paulson, one of the paper's author, and several other top scientists agreed that it is statistically likely the mutation has occurred in the H5N1 virus, but stressed that it has yet to be detected and other barriers remain before the virus could be transmitted from one person to another. Paulson is a professor in the Department of Molecular Medicine at Scripps. I never heard of Scripps before, so this is new to me. I get lost in all this shit. Randy, you can get lost in all this shit for sure. Absolutely. You're going to need a Marsburg for the Marsburg. Exactly. Anyway, since reaching North America, Since reaching North America in late 2021, H5N1 avian influenza has infected more than 700 cattle herds and sickened 58 people in the United States. That's a drop in a bucket. 58 people. Most of the people infected were farm workers whose job put them in frequent contact with cows and/or poultry. Most cases have been relatively mild, marked by the symptoms such as eye infection, conjunctivitis. However, scientists and health officials have expressed concern about an infected teenager who had been hospitalized for more than 2 weeks in British Columbia as of November 26. And he's still hospitalized. No shit. Okay, the Office of the Provisional Health Officers and the BC Children's Hospital both declined to say whether the teenager remains hospitalized. That's interesting. And that was as of November 26th. What the hell happened there? Oh, all right. Okay, so infected teen in Canada's first bird flu case is in critical condition. That article came out November 13th. Canadian teenager infected with the bird flu, that's the country's first case involving a locally acquired infection, is in critical condition and experiencing difficulty breathing as of Tuesday, November 13th, or whenever November 13th, Tuesday came around. Previously, healthy British Columbian teen went to the hospital emergency room November 2nd with initial symptoms of pink eye, fever, cough, and conditions common to many respiratory illnesses. Bonnie Henry, provisional health officer, said during a news conference the teen was sent home. But after the patient's condition deteriorated, the teen was admitted to BC Children's Hospital in Vancouver late Friday. So far, no one has come into contact with the teen and has fallen ill. After a presumptive positive test for bird flu, the teen began receiving Tamiflu and antiviral treatment. The medication works best when given in the first days of illness, but less effective in treating severe sicknesses. She did not disclose the teenager's age and or gender, citing privacy. I don't understand that. And even worse, as of recent, they will not update as of November 26th now, about 3 weeks later from when the kid went into the hospital, or 2 weeks later from when the kid went into the hospital, is radio silence. There's nothing on it. Now I'm wondering if the kid passed away. During the week, during the weekend, the teen treatment to address severe respiratory conditions. They're experiencing acute respiratory distress. Severe illness occur when a profusion of virus particles travel deep into the lung, causing viral pneumonia, making it hard for the body to get oxygen. Health officials did not know how the patient was exposed, and it is very likely that it is an exposure to an animal or bird or something in the environment. I remember I read this a couple weeks ago. I didn't think to report it or talk about it. But anyway, the teen was exposed to pets inside and outside the house, including dogs, cats, and some reptiles, but no birds. At least 36 people who had contact with the teen have been tested and tested negative for the H5 avian flu virus and have been offered Tamiflu. Health officials are waiting for final tests comparing the avian flu diagnosis from the county's national lab in Winnipeg. So, again, no word on whether or not the kid is doing better or not. Being that they're holding it close to the vest, I'm wondering why. Like, why not tell us that the kid is doing great, not doing good, on a ventilator, or dead? You know? Yeah, I can't keep a beard on my job, man. Sorry. And I have done it a couple times. Don't get me wrong. I've done it a few times, but I can't keep a full beard on at work. I'm always in trouble as it is. I don't need any more trouble. But anyway. So, in the past instance, when humans have been infected with the strain of bird flu, this is back to the original article, the mortality rate among those hospitalized has reached 30% or higher. Because very few people have been infected with avian flu, our immune system have not adapted, and as they have to seasonal flu, public health officials worry about the possibility of a virulent strain of avian influenza, getting loose in humans, one that could infect cells in the nose, throat, and bronchial tubes. Key factors have prevented this nightmare scenario. The virus has not shown the ability to spread from one person to another. Also, the virus that has infected cows and poultry prefer binding to the surface protein or receptors of bird cells. It is not well suited for human cell receptors. But all that could change if the virus mutates the wrong way. There was an article about, I want to say 6 months ago, but it might have been a year, where they were talking about tinkering with the bird flu to explore it more and see how it works. It's been out for 20 years. Why would you sit there and want to know how it works? We all know how it's going to work. People are going to turn into zombies and fucking just croak. I don't know. Joe said South Korea just declared martial law again. What is going on over there? And I know I read it the other night, but what in the actual fuck is going on over there? So, I don't see anything about martial law just yet. but the South Korean president is fighting impeachment as he's being investigated for insurrection. That would make sense if it went to martial law again. Do you go Brazil for them? What the hell does that mean? Oh, no. That's dumb. They're concurrently trying to impeach Yoon. Yeah, it just said. Yeah, so I just read that here. Juan Santos, I do. Muscular, maybe, perhaps. But anyway, trouble keeps you honest. Brandy, yeah, that's why I'm always in trouble. That's the very reason why I'm always in trouble. But yeah, as of right now, no one's reporting martial law again, but they are trying to impeach him. Ruling party leader says South Korea president must be suspended. ASA fucking P. No, he didn't say that, but as soon as possible. He did say ASAP, excuse me. All right, so anyway, that's the ruling party over there. They have a party faction, guys, that's weird, fucking weird, but it's like the Communist Party. They have their own version of the Communist Party, the same party that supports North Korea. They have a party in South Korea trying to get the same shit there so that North and South Korea could just become Korea again. Go figure that shit. I read that a while ago, and I go, that can't be true. That can't be true. I read it just the other day again. I'm like, okay, that might be the angle. Turn South Korea into just like North Korea, and then you could just be Korea. Very interesting shit. But anyway. So anyway, guys, they go on to say that the mutations occur spontaneously as viruses go through cell divisions, but they can also occur if a virus infects the cell that is already infected by a different virus. If a person who is already has seasonal flu is also infected with the H5N1 from a cow and or bird, the two viruses exchange the genetic material, resulting in a new virus. The script team worked only with a key protein found on the surface of the virus. Fucking people. Anyway, the script team, worked only with the key protein found on the surface of the virus, not the virus as a whole. They engineered specific mutations in the receptor binding protein found on the surface of the H5N1 that had spread from cow to person. However, other research delving into changes that would make the virus a greater threat to humans would probably require engineering a version not found in nature. Highly controversial work, sometimes called gain of function. Jennifer Davis said walking pneumonia is spreading in North Carolina. I'm telling you guys, there's way more walking pneumonia now than there was when I was younger. Way more. It's yeah. All right. But again, guys, remember I said earlier that they were looking to tinker with the bird flu. This study saying that they're one protein away, the receptors, from it attaching to human cells. And then in this last paragraph, they just talked about gain of function. Do an auction for your chair. Yeah, okay. We could possibly see this in the next couple of years. If they are, I mean, you know the crazy shit is, they know they can do this. They know exactly that they know how they can do this. They know the timing on this, and yet they're writing these articles as if they're like, well, let's see what happens if we do. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And then here in the article, they say it there. So anyway, I put the link in the article. Like I said, you guys can read the rest. It looks like they're going to fuck around with it. It looks like we're going to start seeing this popping up. Whatever, man. Fucking done with these people and their bullshit. So then there's another virus it's a tropical virus, because why not? That's spreading around called the Oropouche, which is from sloths, if I'm not mistaken. It's a tropical virus that they're seeing now spread. A scientific study of a tropical virus have revealed some surprising results, with researchers warning that a variant may be on the move. A variant may be on the move, excuse me. What's happening? Cornell University College of Veterinary Medicine set out to study the Oropouche virus in the Brazilian Amazon region, which is spreading by midges and mosquitoes. While this typically impacts animal population, including birds, monkeys, and sloths, cases have also been reported in humans. If I'm not mistaken, this can also be found in armadillos. The disease brings similar symptoms to the vector-borne illness like dengue and Zika, including fever, severe headache, muscle and joint pain. Because of this, the Oropouche can be misdiagnosed, which means it may have spread widely than assumed. Cornell said that there have been 100,000 cases of this virus since the 1960s. The university's September study, published in Natural Medicine, saw researchers track a variant of the virus that is spread by both insect and human vectors, with the cases now beyond Amazon River, where it's typically being contained. Fucking wind is howling outside. And it gets even worse. I mean, you won't be able to hear it, but when the drain starts to make sounds, the fucking wind is making its way through the drain somehow. The Watchman. Thank you for bringing that up. If you guys could look at the Watchman's comment, he goes, it's called Pal Diarco. That stuff is supposedly the shit. I just saw a video on that the other day. Some guy was talking about how good this stuff is for the immune system and the gut, the stomach. And your health is based around your gut, if you will. And that stuff there, let's see if I could find it in here. Smoking oregano is bad. Let's see if I can find the comment here. Here it is. This stuff here that he's talking about, they sell it on Amazon in powder form. I don't know if it comes in liquid form. But that right there, guys, is good shit to take. Like I said, I just learned about it maybe 3 days ago. So, we use that in tea. No shit. Okay. Like I said, I just learned about it. There are people like, you just learned about it. I've been drinking it for 25 years. Good for fucking you. You know? But anyway. Joanne, I'm hearing that they have caught a scammer in North Carolina who has a YouTube channel and has been seen stealing donations. Have you heard of this? No, I have not. I have not heard of this. Carnivore diets for the gut help, but if you want to square your gut away, you have to take care of it first before you start a new diet, which means cleaning your stomach out, going on a cleanse, fast, and then start the carnivore diet. And you get the best benefits out of that because your stomach is fucking, like starting from scratch. Your alter ego is in Canada, still the communist prepper. Communist prepper. Jesus. Can you make a tincture also? I don't know. Pulmonary blood clots are on the rise as well. Yes, they are. A lot of things are on the rise, guys. And Adriana called it, it's also called Tahibo. Okay. I'll look both of them up. But being that you got some new shit around, and I just saw this new, what's it called? Pudiarco or Tahibo, I'm in. You get this shit tomorrow. But anyway, guys, again, all that to say, Let's Go says her name is Lacey Montgomery. Lacey Montgomery? And this is a YouTube problem? So another article just updated. A South Korea ruling party appears to throw weight behind presidential impeachment. No shit. 21 minutes ago. The South Korea's ruling party warns Yoon Suk Yeol could impose martial law again. He hasn't yet, but he could. What was that girl's name? Lacey who? Peterson? No, not Lacey Peterson. I didn't mean to say that. Lacey Montgomery. Let's see where this goes. Lacey Montgomery's a piece of shit. No. Is she? No. The Lacey Montgomery I'm looking at is a syndicated talk show on Facebook. Live with Lacey. Is that her? And they said South Mississippi. Her show's based in South Mississippi. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about scandal or anything like that. I don't see anything. All right, whatever. All right, guys. For the most part, why is this so this disease that's spreading? It went from a couple of hundreds to a few thousand now. So the Oropouche is not spreading like wildfire, but it's definitely moving along. Anyway, why is the spread of Oropouche concerning? Travel has been established as one reason for the virus spread, with infected people bringing Oropouche to previously uninfected destinations. Mosquitoes then help spread the virus after biting the host. Anyway, another factor is a warming planet. Here we go. Long-lasting high temperatures are increasing the typical mosquito breeding window and extending it to new places. This can encourage the spread of Oropouche for a greater length of time and to new locations that typically aren't favorable for mosquito reproduction. So that's why it's spreading. Who gives a shit? Bottom line, guys, it sucks, and it's a shitty thing to have. All of these diseases are shitty. So you got pneumonia, regular pneumonia on the rise. You have walking pneumonia on the rise. You have Oropouche, a tropical disease, making its way further north. Which I thought there was a case or two in Florida, but I haven't seen anything after that. You have the multiple new variants of Mr. 19 popping up left and right. And then you have this mystery illness in Africa, which I think, guys, when they find out what it is, it's going to be nothing. It's going to be something normal. Not normal, but it'll be something that's not as concerning. Now, if this keeps spreading the way it is, then maybe we can be concerned. But as of right now, no need to be concerned. Daryl Calhoun, thank you for the time check. Appreciate it. They're also talking about drones in Jersey the other day. They said these drones are pretty big, and they've been hovering in Jersey, and the FBI are involved. So maybe that's why some of these things look stationary that I can see over in Jersey. I don't know. But anyway. Bottom line, guys, is just track this shit that's going on. Don't panic. Don't get fucking bent out of shape. Foodborne illnesses are on the rise, and I think we're going to see way more of those next year, like you wouldn't believe. The Democrats are very quiet. So a lot of people are suspecting that they're up to no good, and that we can see something in the next week to the next couple of weeks pop off in regards to trying to stop Trump from getting in office. This should be very interesting. The next couple of weeks will be very interesting. The next couple of years are going to be off the hook. Off the hook. All you can do, guys, is be ready. Keep yourself abreast to what's going on as best as you can, because there's so much going on. It is impossible to keep up with everything that's going on. Like you guys have me reading the news every day. I find shit on accident. I look up things you guys leave in the comment section, and I still can't catch it all. Then I have people sending me articles, right? So with all of that, it's hard to track all of this shit. Could I do a New Jersey drone walk live stream? If I see the drone, maybe. Yes, Google. It's very tiring. It all is. Because every time you open, you turn your phone on, it's like breaking news. This guy fucking died of, cancer, or this one just diagnosed it. There was like 3 actors that just came out with their diagnosis of cancer, like in the last week. I'm like, what? And again, nobody wants to question it. Nobody wants to say what it is. We all know what it is. But, yeah. Not good is what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's not fucking good. No, I cleaned the kitchen inside of an hour that day. I got it cleaned really quick. I thought it was going to take me longer than normal, but I put some music on and I flew through it in no time. Anybody else tracking XRP? What the hell is XRP? What is XRP? Jason said cancer from global warming. They're going to blame it on that. They're going to blame it on a lot of shit. But they're not going to blame it on... Also, I didn't know... Oh, Ripple. Is that Ripple? You talking about the coin Ripple? Right, because it's not Bitcoin, it's Ripple. I had that shit a long time ago, and then I sold it. I should have kept it. But it's only at $2.32. Right, that's what I thought it was, but I'm like, I'm looking at it right here. As of December 5th, 2:57 in the morning. It's one coin, one XRP coin is worth $2.32. Was that the jump? XRP is the chosen one. I think Doge is the chosen one. They're trying to subliminally get people to buy Doge. Doge is also known as the Department of Government Efficiency. If I'm not mistaken, that's what Doge stands for. Under Trump. If I could buy back in XRP, I will. But I don't think I can. I think I have to have Binance or some shit like that. If there's a way I can buy XRP, I will. I'd buy it today. Because if it's going to shoot up, I'd rather have some of that. Though I don't believe in Bitcoin. I don't believe in any of that because it's fake coin. It's fake money. It doesn't exist. Oh, God, people and their bullshit. Yeah, but Doge right now, under Trump, if I'm not mistaken, is Department of Government Efficiency. And their point of it is to... Yeah, government efficiency, right. The point is to see how much government spending is going on and then to get rid of it. To get rid of and cut government spending where they can. That bullshit like, $500 for a hammer, $20 for a nail, that kind of shit. They want to get rid of that. So of course, subliminally, he calls it Doge. Elon and Viveki is running it, and they're subliminally getting people to buy Doge. Now, I bought Doge a long time ago. And I buy more as I can go. But anyway, guys, with that, I'm going to go off the air now. I'm going to head right over to the Angry Truth channel. We are going to talk about the Hunter Biden situation and the CEO situation, the United Healthcare medical CEO guy that got off the other day. We're going to talk about those two next on the Angry Truth channel. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for the donations. I forgot whoever donated to me earlier. Thank you for the donations. And I will see you guys in a couple minutes. Good night.